What is this, a costume thing? God, welcome everybody back to another episode of Battle Tested. Tara has lost her mind.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, she hasn't been on in a while. Weirdo.
I had to put it on. I'm sorry. No, it's the weird cases you've been getting.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that tonight. I'm definitely going to talk about that tonight. But first, I want to open with something that is really annoying me, and that would be the Satanic Temple. Saturday, tomorrow, they will be in New Brunswick, New Jersey. No, I'm not advertising for them because, no. Doing an event at a bookstore. I'm not going to tell you where or what it is, but the bookstore is across the street from a church. And it's a big, I don't know, to me it's a big, FU to the church. And I personally don't think that they should be there. But then again, these Satanists, they don't even know what they're doing. They claim that they're for the greater good. And this and that, but they have no clue the ramifications of what they do, and it's annoying. It really is. And they have a whole schedule planned out. For once a month, and I just can't believe stores are. Sorry. Tara dropped her toys.
It was my cat.
Yeah. Poor cat. Anyway, I just can't believe these stores are allowing these hate groups in. I mean, they're a hate group. Literally. I don't know. If anybody owns a store, do not let them in, because they're not going to bring just their people in. They're going to bring also spiritual, demonic forces into your place, and you are going to have problems, and then we will most likely be talking. So, and then I'm not going to be too happy because I warned you and you didn't listen. So, if you have a business and they want to come in, do not allow them in. It's bad enough they're suing their way through the U.S. with this after-school Satan crap. And to me, they're babies because they don't get their way. They go straight to their freaking lawyer. Wow. Oh, we're going to sue. They sued. I think it was Saucon School District or Lower Saucon School District in Pennsylvania for $200,000 because the superintendent or somebody whoever's in charge over there kicked them out or wouldn't let them in or something like that. $200,000. That's $200,000 that could have gone to the kids of the school district. I'm sorry, but the Satanic Temple has no sympathy for me. None. But now you're taking educational money away from our children. And all so you can have your stupid satanic bullshit. Sorry, crap. Huh?
Why is not honestly satanic? Okay, isn't that part of the church? Any kind of church? Any kind of religion?
They claim they're not part of the Satanic Church or the Church of Satan. I'm sorry. They claim they're not part of the Church of Satan, but what do you do in a temple? You worship. What is a temple? Yeah. A church. It's basically a branch of Aleister Crowley to Anton LaVey, now to this guy called Lucian Greaves, and it's retarded. All the Church of Satan did from Aleister Crowley till now is just change the name. That's it. That's all they did. They still do unbaptism ceremonies. They still do sacrifices, rituals. They still invoke the name of Satan. And people are allowing this to happen. I don't know. So like I said, if you're a store owner or whatever, or even if you're a member, get out. Because you ain't going to heaven. I guarantee you that. God's going to look at you and yeah, okay, sure. And you're going
and
south
for me, just get into the right place where you should be.
She, but it's retarded. It's ridiculous. I don't necessarily. Well, I don't condone it. I don't want to see this stuff. But unfortunately, I was gonna go to this rally tomorrow, but I have to go to a case, so I don't have the. I'm not going to the rally. I don't have time. Okay. I won't have time. I got to be in Pennsylvania at 10:30 tomorrow. So.
Wow.
And the thing is from 10 till 2. Yeah, so I'm not driving. And where it's going to be is down where my brother lives, and that's about 45 minutes from my location right now. So I figure I'm an hour and a half into Pennsylvania. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it on time, nor am I going to even try. But don't worry, there's others. There's others that I'm going to. So, and yes, I will be going in clerics, and yes, I will be bringing friends with me. And by friends, I mean
whoever.
The big man upstairs. Yeah. Well, you know what's funny? I tried calling the store the other day, the bookstore the other day, and the girl that answered the phone hung up on me.
Why?
All I was doing was trying to confirm that it was still going on, and the girl hung up on me because I asked her why they were allowing it to happen, and all I heard was click, and the phone was dead. I called them twice. One said that they couldn't answer it and hung up, and the other just hung up. So that really shows you the kind of people that these people are.
Mm-hmm.
Is when they won't answer the question and stuff. Not only is it bad for business, it's bad in general. So when you've got something, I'll be here, and I'll sit there, and I will say, "I told you so." And then and because God's laughing at you because you know what? Satan loses. Spoiler alert: Satan loses. So, but anyway, enough on those idiots.
All right. So what else?
Tonight's show is going to be about assessing cases.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to talk about case assessment of demonic cases. There have been a lot of cases that I have been involved in, as well as some friends of mine that aren't demonic at all. Don't even have any paranormal issues going on.
Nope.
And I chalk it up to the paranormal shows, YouTube. They're a big one. And just people wanting attention. Look, people, the church isn't here for your entertainment. Okay. And as a former firefighter and an EMT, I took offense to those people who called 911 because they stubbed their toe. And this is the same situation. So tonight we're going to talk about the assessment process and the requirements for an exorcism, so that these calls don't these cases don't end up, be ending badly or something. I mean, I can't tell you how many cases have ended badly. We lost Tara. We still hear her, but there she is.
Here I am.
Yeah. Still playing with her toys. Still playing with her toys.
This is what protects you.
So, wow. For those that don't know, Tara is like my paranormal wife. She knows me as well as my wife, which is bad for me. So
very bad.
So anyway, when a case comes in, either to myself or through the order, there's a process that happens. Okay. In fact, I even have it printed out. And if you go on
tell them about it.
Our website. Oh, I plan to. Trust me. We ain't ending this show until we're done. I am definitely making a statement, and I don't care who I piss off. So you're going to, if you go to www.orderofexorcists.com, you will see the different pages. It says assessment of demonic possession. Okay. When a case comes in, the process starts. We get the case, we get the info. Most people, if it's a true case, they'll give us an entire story of what's going on. Others, I'm possessed, I need an exorcism. Well, no, you don't. So when I get a case, and as well, I can't speak for anybody else, but I know the process is pretty much the same around the globe in any other church. But when I get a case, the first thing we do is I assemble my team and we get a virtual interview with the client. During that interview, we are listening to your story. We're writing our assessment down on our questionnaire. Okay. And we have a 10-page questionnaire, 8-page questionnaire, something like that. It's got like 70 questions, 70-something questions on it that we have to go through. Usually it takes us a little over an hour, maybe 2 hours, depending on how things are going. But we need to know everything that's going on. Everything. I need to know what's going on from the point we started talking to you all the way back to you pooped your pants when you were in diapers. Because hey, like I said in the flyer or whatever it is on here, demonic possession is very rare. It's more rare than the New York Jets winning a Super Bowl.
Yep.
So
stop playing.
So then, once we do that assessment, we will after you hang up on the call, we will talk about it. Talk about what we talked about with you and amongst ourselves, as well as we are recording this initial interview too for the purpose of evidence, because this is where the evidence starts. Okay, because if there is an exorcism, we need to send it up to the bishop so he sees the initial interview, and any interview after that, anything after that gets recorded, either by phone, by video camera, or digital recorder.
Mm-hmm.
And so from that point, once we're done talking about it, we'll set a date and decide if this is real or not. Or if it's worth our time to go out there and check it out. Don't go on the internet, because I know that's what a lot of people do, and find the signs and symptoms of demonic possession and start telling them to me. Because if they were perfect, we're going to know. We literally had one about a month ago do that. Wanted us to fly out California. She told us, this person told us that she was given a prayer, the same prayer that I give people, okay, the Auxilium Christianorum, and she was told to pray it once a day, and the entity will vanish. No, you pray it 3 times a day, 6 a.m., noon, and 6 p.m., as well as other prayers to go with it, okay, like the Rosary, the Angelus, the Magnificat, things like that. And so right from the start, I knew she was faking this. What?
It's 8 o'clock.
Okay, go in your room. He's normally in bed at 7 o'clock. So on Fridays and Saturdays we let him stay up a little bit later. But so right from the get-go, I knew she wasn't real. I mean, it's So I have ways of telling if it's real, if you're bluffing, if you're wasting our time. We've had cases where our time has been wasted. We've shown up and nothing was there, and that was it.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of it is mental illness, because we have to discern whether there's mental illness involved, or if this is an actual case or not, or if it's both. It can be both. Chances are it's mental illness. Like I said, demonic possession is rarer than the New York Jets winning a Super Bowl. So, and during the initial interview, you are told that what we need to perform an exorcism, if one is needed. We are not, I repeat, we are not just going to show up and start saying the right because you say you're possessed. And I'll get into that in a minute. So what we need is at least 2 psychological reports and a physical report from your doctor. And I'm going to read how it works. Okay. So this is the intake process for demonic investigation and case assessment from the order. Family and/or person needing help should make the request using our convenient, totally private contact form. Everything stays between us. And include all details about your situation, names of people within the household, what kind of help they are looking for, and contact information. Once the information is received, we start the process by continuing contacting our members in that area where they would form an investigation and assessment team. Okay. This would be the first stage of the process, which can take about 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. So right off the bat, you're not getting an exorcism. What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were saying so. Then one of our team members will make first contact and set a date for investigation and assessment. The team will collect all evidence, including documentation such as photos, videos, and my printer is crapping out on me again. Medical and psychological reports. Remember those psychological reports and medical reports? Right. They're going to come up every time. 2 of our members are psychiatrists, medical doctors. They will review the medical reports and the bishop will make the recommendation.
Oh, wow.
This would be the second stage of the process, which can take up to a month. So we're at a month already. The evidence shows an exorcism is needed. A priest will be assigned for the exorcism. Okay. We're not done. All right, I'm just gotta find it. Gotta sift through all the paperwork here. Hang on. 1 second. Interview. This is the interview now. So now we've gotten to your house. We'll sit down with you. We'll do another interview. Okay? Because that's the process. That's what we do. All right. So before calling us, there are a number of steps you need to take to ensure you truly require our assistance, including getting a complete, thorough medical exam. Ding, 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 ding. There's that medical exam again. Okay. Second step, a complete, thorough psychological exam, and by no less than 2 psychologists or mental health therapists. These need to be performed in order to eliminate schizophrenia, epilepsy, dissociative identity disorders, and any other illnesses which may mimic possession. So for those that wonder why we don't do exorcisms right off the bat, even though you say you're possessed, that's why. There are things that we are looking for. Okay, I carry certain things in my pocket that if you tell me what's in my pocket, then without knowing what's in my pocket, then there's one of them. That's all I'm going to say.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, I do it a little bit different. Okay. Oh, I did print it out. Okay, cool. I don't have to go to the US PCB, but I'm going to anyway. I do things a little bit different. I don't do anything without a paranormal investigation.
I think that's the way that we all.
So I may go in there with the team. I may or how possessed you say you are. I want to see evidence. I am not, and I repeat, I am not doing any type of ritual unless I feel there's something necessary. I will do certain things. I will do certain things to see if there is something there. But if there's no evidence, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving an exorcism. I'm not forwarding it up the chain of command to waste the bishop's time. Our time is precious. You're not the only case we're working. I'm working 5 cases right now. I have 5 cases going on right now. I wish there were 5 of me because it would be so much easier.
How many am I helping you on?
And feel free to jump in at any time here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not the only one that sees it. Tara, you see it, as well as there are other teams that I work with that have small deliverance teams, and they see it too. 95% of these cases are mental health. In fact, I would go more 98%. 98%. This country has a mental health crisis. All right, I was going to try and get... Oh, it did. All right, so I'm going to present... Share screen. 1 second.
Send it.
All right. Can you see me?
Yep.
Okay. Twice. All right, so this website is from the USCCB, United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. So, an exorcism is a specific form of prayer that the church uses against the power of the devil. The exorcism is actually a sacrament. What is the difference between an exorcism and the sacrament of penance? Exorcism is a prayer that falls in the category of sacramentals, that is one of a number of sacred signs instituted by the church to sanctify different circumstances of life. Compendium of the Catechism of the Catholic Church, number 351. Thus varying from the 7 sacraments of the church, which were instituted by Christ himself. The sacrament of penance forgives our sins and reconciles us to the church, renewing baptism and bestowing grace to fight evil and grow in virtue. As a sacramental exorcism prepares one for the grace of the sacrament. Literally, most cases are solved by going to confession. Confession is powerful. But the problem is everybody comes up with some kind of excuse why they can't go. Oh, my chicken died, or I burnt dinner and I can't go. Well, which brings me to the next point. You have to want to be freed from whatever is bothering you. And if you don't do what we tell you to do, if you don't follow our advice, why should we do what you want when you won't do what we tell you?
That's right.
Am I right?
You're right.
You know? So just keep that in mind, people, when you're calling us. So we don't need to know why the church doesn't is a need for exorcism. I just basically said that, and I'll get into that. So, yeah, we'll say, why does the church need exorcisms? There are instances when a person needs to be protected against the power of the devil or to be withdrawn from his spiritual dominion. At such times, the church asks publicly and authoritatively in the name of Jesus Christ for this protection or liberation through the use of exorcism. Now, I'm going to add to that. In fact, I might even change that. You know, why does the church need exorcisms? Because you have every Tom, Dick, and Harry going on TV or on YouTube and saying everything is a demon and I'm possessed. If they're not faking the evidence. I mean, come on, everybody's faking evidence nowadays to gain likes and views and content, make content, all this crap. You know, I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I don't. You know, I was talking to a friend that I investigated with a few years ago, and we don't get together much anymore because we don't have time. And I said to her, I want to go back to the old days where we used to have fun. You know, investigating used to be fun, people. Now it's more everybody's got their phones. Hey, look at me. I'm so and so. I'm at Penhurst State School. Oh my God, I'm ghost hunting. Yay! I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna blow your mind.
I'm ready.
Ghosts in these places like Penhurst, all these public locations, they're not ghosts. They're not ghosts you're dealing with. They're demons pretending to be ghosts. God will only allow families to come down to get in touch with their families, and that's rare for that to happen. So, if you don't believe me, look it up.
That's right. Keep talking.
My
I'm
phone
gonna
keeps
walk away.
starting. Okay. So, ghosts are demons, people. I don't care what you say. I don't care if Susie Ghost Hunter is out there talking with her dead grandmother. Most likely, if your dead grandmother's showing up at a location like Penhurst or a public location, that's not your dead grandmother. And yet they're going to say, oh, well, you know, they know this about me, and only that person knew about it. Yeah, you know why? Because there's demons all around us 24/7. They are particularly great at studying us. No, they cannot read your minds, but they study us all day long, all night long. So keep that in mind when the next time you start a camera up and go ghost hunting people. So back to this. Scriptural basis. Is there one? Well, the basis for exorcism is grounded in the ministry of Jesus, Mark 1:34, verse 39, Luke 4:35, and Matthew 17:18. There is no scriptural basis for a formal rite of exorcism apart from the use of the Psalms and Gospel periscopes that were included in the rite of exorcism as it evolved. What is clear, however, is the Lord Jesus involved the disciples in his mission and through
3:19.
Okay, go. In his mission and through their commissioning, continued the exorcistic work begun by Jesus himself. Matthew 10:8, Mark 3:14 and 15, 6, verse 13, 16 and 17, 16, 17, Luke 9:1 and 10:17. It was not a work they did in their own names, but in the name of the one who had bestowed it upon them. Thus, the ministry of exorcism continues in the life of the church as part of our regular pastoral care of souls.
I got one for you.
That's pretty much self-explanatory. Go.
I'll have them all. Verse 1. At every doorway before you enter, you should look around. You should take a good look around, for you never know where your enemies might be seated within.
That's it.
Right?
That is it. That's right.
Because you don't.
So.
You walk into whoever's house, whatever energy, whatever people, whatever religion. And it's like, good Lord, what am I getting into?
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, we have a case out of the Catholic religion. I mean, it's weird. It's weird.
It is weird.
God, I'm going to
go ahead.
Him
go
in
take care of him.
His room.
Turn it off. Turn off your camera.
He keeps asking me if my wife is home. It's annoying. No, he's fine. No, it's fine.
What are you doing?
Can I help you?
What?
He can't hear you. I'm on headphones.
Oh, okay.
I'm on headphones. I'm going deaf.
Sean's laughing because I
want to home.
No, go.
Oh.
Yeah. Danny's got a mouthful of food. All right. We don't need to worry about that one. There are different forms. Exorcisms are divided into two kinds. Simple or minor forms of exorcism are found in two places. First, for those preparing for baptism, the rite of Christian initiation, RCIA, and the rite of baptism for children. Both call for minor exorcism. Secondly, the appendix of exorcisms and related supplications includes a series of prayers which may be used by the faithful, which I do have copies of. The second is the solemn, major rite, which is the rite that can only be performed by a bishop or by a priest appointed by the bishop, with the special and express permission of the local ordinary. Code of Canon Law 1172. This form is directed at the expulsion of demons or to the liberation of a person from demonic possession.
Okay.
So, right there, can only be performed by a bishop or a priest with permission, which means any evidence we collect has to go to the bishop. Says it right there, people. Right there. Look, I'll even highlight it. Code of Canon Law 1172.
What is the canon law? Is that like Canaanites or what?
It's the law of the church, basically.
Oh, okay.
The church basically has their own set of laws that differ from, our regular laws. It's to keep its priests in line with the church. Like in the Roman Catholic Church, priests can't marry, priests can't date, that kind of thing. They have to be celibate.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. That's in there. Yeah. So. When and how is an afflicted member of the faithful referred to an exorcist? All right, here we go. It is advisable that every diocese established. Now, keep in mind, this is for the Roman Catholic Church, so this isn't. Every church is different, but most churches model their deliverance ministry after the Catholic Church, and so the diocese established a protocol to respond. What?
Or they tell you you're crazy and you need to go to a therapist.
That too. That's usually what they say, but yes. But in those rare instances, and stuff like that. But it is advisable that every diocese establish a protocol to respond to inquiries made by the faithful who claim to be demonically afflicted. There's the word claim.
Okay.
As part of the protocol, an assessment should occur. Now, isn't that something I just said before? An assessment should occur? Yeah, I think it is. Wow. Okay. To determine the true state of the person. Only after a thorough examination, including medical, psychological, and psychiatric testing, there's those 2 tests, there's 3 tests again, might the person be referred to the exorcist for a final determination regarding demonic possession. To be clear, the actual determination of whether a member of the faithful is genuinely possessed by the devil is made by the church, even if individuals claim to be possessed through their own self-diagnosis or psychosis. So, The Roman Catholic Church wants these reports before you even see the exorcist, before there's even a physical investigation into it. That's where their investigation starts. I might actually take that. I might actually adopt that. That'll weed out a lot of cases. So right there. I mean, it's in writing. You can go to usccb.org/prayer and worship/sacraments and sacramentals/sacramentals blessings/exorcism. Just type in exorcism and it should pop up.
That's so crazy.
May anyone receive a major exorcism? I know, right? Since the rites of exorcism are categorized as sacraments, effectively as blessings, the practice of who may receive a major exorcism is governed by Canon 1170 of the Code of Canon Law. Following are able to receive this specialized blessing if it is determined necessary. 1. Catholics. 2. Catechumens, which is basically somebody who's converted to Catholicism. 3. Non-Catholic Christians who request it. And 4. Non-Christian believers, provided they have the proper disposition, meaning they are sincere in their desire to be free of demonic influence. There's that word, sincere.
I have a question about that.
In their desire. Okay.
So, does that mean that everything that people like me and stuff do is demonic?
In the eyes of the church, yes.
Oh, good Lord. They need to get their ass out of...
Now you can have... Well, we'll use Reiki.
Oh, yeah. I don't believe
as an example. Reiki deals with energies. Well, where's the energies coming from? It's not coming from God. I mean, everybody has their own religion. And that's the wonderful thing about free will. You have the right to choose what religion you want to practice, even if it's Satanism. Even if you want to be an idiot and join the Satanic Temple, that's on you. That is your free will. God cannot stop you, and neither can anybody else. But when you get to the gates, the pearly gates, okay, you'll have to answer for it. You know, Jesus is going to go through your entire life, and he's going to bring up everything, and you know, and that's where you judge it. Now, when you die, if Jesus feels that you're not yet, he should not yet let you into heaven, you'll go to purgatory or hell, depending on. Well, if you die and you die in mortal sin, you're probably going to hell anyway. So. But, you know, Jesus, it's your free will that is going to get you the ticket, whether you go north, whether you go south, either way.
Well, the great thing about like my religion is that
I don't tell anybody how to.
Helheim is where you go to meet your ancestors and sit and feast. Where you go to meet your ancestors and you sit and feast is Helheim.
Oh. So that's basically like heaven.
Yeah, but it's called hell.
Yeah. Look, I'm not telling anybody here. No. I'm not telling anybody here, you know, what to do, what not to do, and stuff like that. You know. I mean, we have a case, I don't know. She hasn't talked to me in like 2 weeks. She won't answer my calls or texts, so I'm gonna just let it go for now. Where she's doing all this. She's doing Reiki, she's doing tarot, she's doing angel cards, she's doing everything under the sun in the occult, minus Satanism, and she's complaining that she's got entities following her around. She also says she's a medium, and too, which is also an open door for these things. You don't know how to use it, you know.
That's right.
And she won't do anything, so my hands are tied. The only thing I can really do is do a blessing of the house, barn, and land. That's it. As far as anything else goes, what can I do? You will not close those doors to that realm. It's a waste of my time. You know, there's that 911 call again. I stubbed my toe. I need an ambulance. Meanwhile, the guy next door is having a heart attack because we're over here dealing with your stubbed toe. So keep that in mind, people, when you're looking for help. Is your case genuine? And so,
or are you just dealing with something?
Where was I?
I know, I'm a butthole.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't felt anything at that case. I do have a box of ashes that were found in their barn. That were found in her barn. Most likely a horse. I hope it's a horse. It's human. It's going to be interesting, but I haven't had a chance to actually go through and look for teeth yet. But it weighs like 70 pounds, so unless it's multiple humans, I doubt it's human.
Wow.
So, I mean, you have to want this. Yeah. You have to want to be freed. You have to want to be liberated. You have to want to be cleansed. Okay. You know, otherwise nothing we do is going to work. And I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to waste God's time if you're going to do what we tell you to do. Why?
No, it's not wasting mine.
Exactly. So leave that book alone. All right, so let's get back to this here. How frequently is major exorcism performed? The frequency of exorcism of this sort is determined by the credible need for the rite. That is why establishing a diocesan protocol is important. Through the centuries, the Church has moved cautiously when evaluating alleged cases of demonic possession. The reason for this is not to deny access to members of the faithful who are in genuine need. However, the Church is equally concerned that individuals not get caught up in a sensationalist mentality and thus create a kind of sideshow affair. Although rare, genuine cases of demonic possession should be addressed in a balanced manner with the utmost care being extended to the afflicted person. What is the difference between a major exorcism and a minor exorcism? Probably don't need that, but I'm gonna go through it anyway. Well, both forms of exorcism are directed against the power of the devil. The rite of major exorcism is employed only when there is a case of genuine demonic possession. Genuine. Namely, when it is determined that the presence of the devil is in the body of the possessed, and the devil is able to exercise dominion over that body. Minor exorcisms are prayers used to break the influence of evil and sin in a person's life, whether a catechumen preparing for baptism or as one of the baptized faithful striving to overcome the influence of evil and sin in his or her own life. Baptism is strong too. You know, in the rite of baptism, there's an exorcism. So, examples of each in the text of exorcism. We don't need to know that. Priests basically the only ones who can do it. But there are those that, you know, the lesser versions of the priests. Our exorcist trained. Now that I need to know that. Okay, so here's a good one. How does an exorcist determine with moral? What?
Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
After. Do you want to know why so many people are cursed?
Sure.
All right, so this is 126 out of the Habitable. I cancel you. If you'll take my advice, you'll profit if you learn. It'll do you good if you remember it. Don't make shoes and don't make weapons except for yourself. If there is a flaw in the shoe or a spear shaft in the crooked, your name will be cursed. Do you get what I'm saying? So anybody that is, yes, you get it. And it says right here after that, this is, I cancel you. If you take my advice, you'll profit to learn it. It'll do you good if you remember it. When you recognize evil, call it evil, and give your enemies no peace.
Yeah.
All right, so keep going.
What was that?
The Habitable.
All right. So how does an exorcist determine with moral certitude that one to be exorcised is truly possessed by demonic forces and not merely suffering from physical ailments or psychological issues? Moral certainty is classically understood as falling between the two poles of absolute certainty and probability. Bearing that in mind, moral certitude is achieved through the examination of proofs which are weighed in accordance with the conscience of the one passing judgment. Therefore, the exorcist must utilize whatever resources are available to him when investigating a claim of demonic possession, along with input from medical and mental health professionals. The exorcist is instructed to employ the utmost circumspection, I must have said the other word, and prudence before proceeding to the rite. Throughout his ministry, an exorcist must establish a balance within his own mind between not believing too easily that the devil is responsible for what is manifesting and attributing all possible manifestations solely to a natural organic source. Hold on. Sorry, kids being annoying again. Doing it on purpose now. So basically what this says is, unless you show a manifestation, we'll use
like an actual one.
We'll use levitation. Unless you're Superman, you can't fly. Right?
Gotcha.
So if I'm standing there talking to you or sitting there talking to you, and all of a sudden you just start rising up, Well, that gives moral certitude that you need an exorcism. And
or
then one will be performed. Right then,
okay, so
right then and there.
What about when there's like bishops and stuff inside your house when you're not in there and there's nobody in there and you have like power grids up and stuff and there's shadows going across? Is that another one, or have we not gotten there yet?
No. That's just evidence. I'm talking about the actual person.
Oh.
You know, for an actual exorcism to be done on a person, the priest needs moral certitude to do it, and somebody levitating is moral certitude at that point. Their face changing into a serpent, snake eyes. I have a picture of somebody who took a selfie with somebody, and her eyes are actually you can see her eyes changed into snake eyes. So I have it on my phone. I'll send it to you. But yeah. So stuff like that. You know, just acting funny, you know, like you see Bob Larson do, or you know, any of these other charismatic preachers that claim to do deliverance do, you know, doing one of these, you know, that's not moral certitude. Because as you just saw, I'm not possessed, and yet I can still do this, you know. So, the afflicted members of the faithful undergo medical or psychological examination prior to the use of exorcism. Here it is again. As part of the evaluation process, which can be established in a diocesan protocol, the afflicted member of the faithful should avail herself of a thorough medical and psychological psychiatric evaluation. If you're seeing a psychologist, that's fine. If you're seeing a psychiatrist, that's fine too. One or the other. You know, I would do one psychologist, one psychiatrist. You know, and stuff like that. Most cases can be healed with medicine. So, frequently individuals present themselves claiming to be afflicted in any number of ways. Historically, however, the Church has exercised caution when evaluating such individuals for fear of unnecessarily drawing attention to the machinations, I guess, I don't know, of the devil, or giving credit where no credit is due. So, obviously talking about the devil gives it power because you're giving it attention. If you don't give it attention, it won't have any power. Right? Makes sense. There are, every case I've been on, well, I don't want to talk to the psychiatrist. Don't put me on medication and they'll label me as crazy. Well, if you have that fear, then you are probably not possessed. In fact, I can tell you you're not possessed.
Nope.
Because the devil doesn't want to talk to somebody who's going to get...
Right?
So, right. You know, that's right there. It's just common sense. You know? All right, so this one. How may an exorcist ensure that an exorcism is not perceived as a magical or superstitious activity? The exorcist himself can serve as a catechist in this matter by the way he faithfully administers the rites as provided by the Church in her wisdom. Fundamentally, the rites of exorcism are just one more way the Church tends to the pastoral care of souls, even souls that are not of her flock. However, the more obscurely and mysteriously the rite is portrayed, the more magical and superstitious the perceptions become. Given the superabundance of confusing and inaccurate information available in the public arena surrounding this particular topic, the manner in which this revised rite is announced provides it for a teachable moment to believers and non-believers alike.
Why do you call the church her?
Because the church is the bride of Jesus.
Gotcha. So
you know,
Jesus
you ever hear they're like, well, Jesus is the creator of the church, and he loved the church so much that they just started calling it her.
No, I know.
You ever hear the term married to the church?
No, I heard that I know because I have Jewish family members that for you to be a rabbi, you had to be married. So I get all
every religion does it differently. I mean, yeah, like me, I couldn't go to the Roman Catholic seminary because I'm married with a kid. Unless I get divorced and have the marriage annulled, then
that's
then I
horrible.
can go, but
I'd understand, and you have to understand that if that happened, I'd bury your grave with Sandy.
Well, that's why there's the old Catholic Church, the Anglican Church. Each denomination is different. There's different variations of denominations.
Well, I know
stuff like that.
I grew up.
Some can marry, some can't. There's the option of marrying and not. So.
I grew up Lutheran, Methodist. I went to Catholic weddings and baptisms, and I've been Pentecostal. I know them all.
Yeah. There you go. Let's see. Should members be present? Okay, here we go. Should other members of the faithful be present when an exorcism is performed? Text strongly recommends against the exorcist working in isolation. And I get yelled at for this, but all the time by Tara and pretty much everybody on my team, because I will go to a case if I feel that I can at least bless it and do something. Do something. I won't do an exorcism alone or anything like that.
Oh yeah, but I tell you not.
Even though in rare instances this may be, yeah. Well, I don't listen to anybody, so.
Yeah, I know, and that's when I threatened to call Sandy.
Yeah.
What?
In the rare instances, it may be unavoidable. The practice of performing an exorcism in solitude should be discouraged at all costs. Where should it be performed? Obviously, it should be performed in the church. The norm is to celebrate the rite of exorcism in an oratory or appropriate place. For example, a small chapel, discreetly hidden from plain view. I'm talking. It is to the advantage of the exorcist whenever possible to utilize a place that is dedicated to God's honor and not the home of the afflicted person, for instance. Sometimes you have a choice. Like tomorrow, I'm doing a session with somebody, and it'll be in a Baptist church. So the pastor was nice enough to let us use it. So I will be shaking his hand tomorrow. Exorcisms are kept confidential. Nobody knows. Obviously, I just said I'm doing deliverance. That's a different story. But I'm not giving out any information other than that. What? Good, I'm talking. Sorry.
Hi, baby.
This is his new thing. This is his new thing lately. I don't know why. I had a training yet last night that I was doing, and he kept doing this last night. So I apologize to everybody. May an exorcism be performed without the recipient's permission? We do need your permission. Given the nature of the devil's workings and the afflicted person's possible complicity in the resulting demonic possession, the exorcist should ascertain the person's consent, if at all possible, before proceeding with the rite of major exorcism. I explained that before I even start doing anything. You sign all the paperwork. If you don't want anything, then that's where we stop. Because if you're not willing to sign the paperwork, you're not willing to get free. That's the way I look at it.
Oh, yeah.
So are exorcisms the same everywhere, or are there regional and cultural differences? The rites of exorcisms are to be celebrated consistently following the directives prescribed in the ritual. The rites are not to be altered at the discretion of the exorcist beyond the options clearly stated in the official text. However, before proceeding with the use of the rite, it is helpful for the exorcist to be aware of any cultural differences and regional influences that may have impacted the current state of the afflicted person, and evaluate the evaluative instrument can assist the shedding light on such categories. 1, the places where the person may have visited, healers, mediums, psychics. 2, the practices in which the person may have been involved in, cleansings, New Age religion, Reiki. That's a big one, the New Age religion and Reiki. And 3, the ways that the person may have opened him or herself up directly to the dominion of the devil, magic, witchcraft, satanic worship. I'm not going into that. And that's where we end that.
That's where you end at?
That's where we end that. Now, I'm not teaching anybody how to do exorcisms, and anybody that does, I will deny anything, because I am not teaching you that. Oh, good, she's home. Thank God. Nobody. If you're not trained in it, you don't know anything. Do not do one. I don't. So assessing a case is hard. I mean, it's ridiculously hard because, like we just read, we're here. We have to make the determination of mental illness versus demonic possession, and they both mimic each other. Demons can mimic anything. They can mimic a voice. They can mimic mental health issues. They can do pretty much anything.
Oh yeah,
for the most part, So. By you not cooperating with us, it makes our job that much harder and stuff. Which is why, if you're not going to cooperate, I'm not going to waste my time. You're going to go to the bottom of the list, and you're going to wait there, because I know there's somebody else that has something going on, whether they be possessed or they have oppression, or they're oppressed, whatever. And if I can help them, yes. I'm going to take them over you any day. Do not, I repeat, do not waste my time, or my team's time, or my bishop's time, or God's time, and because you saw it on TV and you want attention, and Tara's time. Tara spends a lot of time going over cases with us. Yeah, we've been talking about a case all day.
Okay, so this is Havamal number 75. The ignorant man does not know how little he knows. He becomes foolish by listening to fools. One man is rich, the other man is poor. Neither has the other to blame. And this is when you had talk. Blah, 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 blah. Cursey, cursey, cursey. Right?
By obsessing over this stuff, you curse yourself.
Yep.
It's called a created demon. You literally create your own demon. It's basically a poltergeist on steroids. And the only person that can get rid of those types of demons is you. Not me. Not another exorcist. Not Sage. Not anything. What? Yeah, Tara's gonna come in with her cattle prod and poke. So when you're out there looking for somebody to help you with whatever problem you have, make sure that it's right, because we will see through you and your lies. I have my ways. I have many ways to tell if somebody's telling me the truth or not. I've spent many years as an EMT. A lot of people lied to me. Okay? Most a seasoned exorcist will know the same thing. It's not just we show up, we talk to you, we do an exorcism, and the demon's gone. Some exorcism, why is there a butt? Oh, it's your cat.
Yeah, it was me.
All I saw was the half of your cat, the back half of your cat.
He was the one that knocked the thing out of my. He was trying to jump on me like when we first came on, and that's how it fell.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Why?
What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
I'm talking about me. Oh.
So go back. So when just because you see Zach Bagans getting possessed every episode doesn't mean that you're possessed.
Liar.
I'm talking right now. So, assessing cases is not an easy job. And don't get mad at us because it's taking us months to get through this. There's some cases. Look at a case right now. We have no evidence. I literally have no evidence of anything. We can't get any evidence. We've done multiple investigations in the house. We can't get any evidence. They haven't gotten us any paperwork for anything. They haven't, no matter how many times I tell you, it's like I'm just gonna put it on a record at this point. Edison, please, thank you. I'm gonna put it on record at this point. Just send it to them. Paperwork, psychological, mental health, physical, blah blah blah, that stuff. I mean, literally, if you're not gonna listen to me, why?
My husband is snoring in my ear the whole time, and the cat's jumping on me, and my kids are driving me crazy. You should write that down, okay?
That is my home.
I thought they weren't gonna be there.
No, but seriously, like it's mostly women. Like women, and women are amazing, fluid, spiritual people. So when you have everything going on, like I don't even know what to say. We'll talk about it again. But women, you need to like.
That's it.
Your emotions need to stop. Like, ground yourself. Like Elsa would say, show yourself.
We don't charge anything for cases. We don't get paid and stuff. So we're taking time literally away from our families, money out of our pockets to come to you. And, the least you could do is let us know this in the initial interview. I mean, if you're looking for attention, I ask people right off the bat, what is your intentions? Mm-hmm. I've shown up to people's houses with the team, and the first words out of their mouth, where's the camera crew? What camera crew?
I've had that too. That's why I don't do anything.
We're not here for a TV show. Yeah. I asked people, what is your intentions? We had that. We literally down by one of our members where he lives in South Jersey. We had somebody to do that. She kept seeing all kinds of demons and all goblins and whatever the hell she was seeing. And she kept sending us pictures of the air and like nothing from sitting her being on a Ferris wheel. And I asked her, because she was talking about the TV shows, and I said, well, what is your intention? Oh, well, I like the TV shows. Never investigated it. Never investigated it. Told her, I said, we're not doing it. Sorry. Can't do it. It just can't. But it's becoming harder and harder to assess these cases because of the internet, number one. I mean, anybody can go on the internet, look up the signs of demonic possession, look up, the best ones I see is when the home exorcists. They've watched The Pope's Exorcist or, one of the Exorcist movies or Zach Bagans getting possessed and being exorcised. And, all of a sudden they're an exorcist and stuff. It's no.
Dan, I have a homework for you.
No.
Watch American Gods.
Come on. I'm out of school 20 years.
American Gods.
American Gods?
It is, yes. Watch it or read it.
Oh, the movie? Then I'll watch it. I got it. I got a whole bookshelf of books that I don't read. I haven't read yet.
Right? No,
And
I
there's
know.
another one over here. That one's mostly.
No, I flipped through this and I'm like,
that
okay,
one's mostly like
what am I
ritual books and
supposed to
stuff right
say?
there.
What am I supposed to say to you now? A noble man should be silent, thoughtful, and bold in battle. By every man should also be cheerful, happy, until inevitable day of death.
I just, I'm sorry for sounding like I'm getting angry, but it's frustrating when we get a case and it turns out to be, our chains are getting yanked because somebody wants the attention.
You are?
It's.
I'm pissed that I have to deal with this. And
yeah, but you get the luxury of doing the case from your house.
And then I get questioned.
You get the luxury of doing the case from your house.
I know. You know what?
Hey,
when you call me,
gotta question everything nowadays.
When you call me, charge them. Charge them $25 for each minute that you have to call me.
Hello, Irene. Believe me, I wish I could. I try. I mean, we work off of donations, everybody. I mean, you can go to our Patreon, St. Benedict's Anglican Church Patreon, and up there I put up the masses and stuff that we do. And I don't post any videos of any cases, so don't ask me. And I won't do that. And unless you're part of my team or part of the order or the church, because I'm now working with I'm now kind of pulling myself in two directions at this point with cases. But unless I'm working, bro, yeah, so is everybody else. So is everybody.
Yeah.
And it's not, and I don't require donations, but if you can donate, great. I'm thankful for it.
Daddy.
What?
Mommy home.
Yeah. Really? Get out. I don't even post. I don't post anything. I don't post anything anymore because you have your your debunkers out there and stuff like that. I can't even make a statement on Facebook without somebody jumping down my throat. Forget about anything about Jesus. Holy cow.
Oh, Lord have mercy on you.
Man, you say something about Jesus and and you're Catholic and you got like every other Protestant and every other denomination that hates the Catholics, saying that I literally got told by a Protestant that I needed a deliverance. Literally.
I don't post my residentials.
Because Isaiah Saldivar was doing a show about Isaiah Saldivar was doing a show and he was talking about how a statue of the Virgin Mary, Our Lady,
is
demonic.
Why?
No, it wasn't crying. No, it was just a regular statue. It was just a regular statue. And you know what? Hold on. Just to wait. Hold on. Hold that thought for 1 second.
You too.
1 second. I guess I'm possessed.
Oh.
Because I pray. They claim that we worship Our Lady.
Hold on. Where are all my females at? Let me get them.
Irene, if you're not practicing, I would suggest that you start practicing because That's really your best protection.
These are all your saints.
Jeez. Because they don't like what I do, and because they don't like clairvoyance in Japan. To be honest with you, if you're ghost hunting, hunting ghosts is basically demons. It's in the Bible. Yes, they did believe that there are ghosts. Back in Jesus' time, when he walked on the water, they thought he was a ghost. When he was walking on the Sea of Galilee, they thought he was a ghost. But, when you're in a public location, your Aunt Betty is not going to be in that location. So, you got to use your own discernment and do that. When you do that, Shintoists. Okay. I know I've heard of Shinto before, but just refresh my memory because I don't remember exactly what it is. In fact, I'm just gonna look it up real quick. Shinto. Oh, the way of the gods. Okay.
Dan?
Yeah. I'm just looking something up. High level of Buddhism. So yeah, so it's a high level of Buddhism, and it's.
I'm a Norse pagan, and all the Christians hate me.
Look, I can't tell you what to do. It's your free will. But
yeah. If you ever need any help, come over to me.
So does the Satanists.
Yeah, don't come over to that. False God, that's just Loki.
What, to Our Lady? What, who, Our Lady?
Oh, no.
Our Lady?
Satan is just Loki. The horn
God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they all have horns. No,
but
it's and actually there's one before we get off, there's one thing I want to check. I want to say as well is the fact that when a paranormal team contacts me with no evidence, I'm not taking the case. I'm not taking the case. I do not have the time to investigate your case. So if you have a case that you need help with, you can contact the order, you can contact me, but I need to see some evidence and understand why you are contacting us.
Yeah.
I have a crucifix on my wall.
Oh, Lord.
Eh.
What does it do? Move?
I mean, you can't worship you can't worship two different deities. It's like I said, I can't tell you what to do. Well, that's what we do. You came in a little late, so you'd have to go back and listen to this from the beginning. Really. But yeah, but that's where free will comes in, I guess.
Turn her off.
I don't want to be that guy to to tell you what to do and stuff like that. So that's just not me. This is not how I roll. But yeah, so if you have if your paranormal team needs something, you can contact me. But I need to see some evidence.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not doing it. I just don't have time. I already have a case that I was dumped in my lap because the paranormal team is more interested in being on TV and on the news and every other aspect of.
Why can I answer this?
Trying to be famous. In fact, they're trying to get a TV, a TV thing. If you want to answer, which one do you want to answer? A TV deal and stuff like that. They're more interested.
No.
So,
No, you just need to answer Dan.
Show me evidence, and I'll try to help you the best I can.
Because she's like, but I have a crucifix on my wall, practiced by royals in Japan. People come to me and say that they have a demon in their house. Yes, it's so stupid. I know. We call them land verdi.
Yeah, some.
What do you call them, baby? That's what I want to know. What do you
I call them elementals.
Well, yeah, that's all it is. That's what I tell you.
Yeah, you call them your thing. I gotta go. What the hell did you just say? And then you sit there and go elementals, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Know. Tell her to message me.
You know, I work like the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
It's just the spirit. I got you.
Message you? You're breaking up.
Oh no, it just went down right here.
Yeah. Yeah, my computer went slow and stupid for a minute. Yeah, most cases can be solved with a simple cleansing, blessing, or anything like that. But yeah, we do have to go. We've been here an hour and 20 minutes. So.
All right.
But yes, so there you have it. Assessing a demonic case. I'm sure we'll be talking about it again at some point.
Yes.
Sometime, I don't know when, but it's so easy to remove.
Yes, it is, Irene.
Yeah. Well, the problem with.
Go ahead.
The problem with today's world is everybody's into the paranormal or wants to be in the paranormal. Everything they see it on TV and they mimic everything on TV, which because TV is fake. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. It's all faked. Okay, because they need evidence for a 45-minute TV show.
Oh yeah.
So and everything on TV and on YouTube is a demon.
Man, I wish that I had everything here that I've done paranormal.
I can't say it any other way, So everybody thinks their little noise. My lights flicker in my living room. Okay, it's not a demon. I guarantee you that. Because if it was, I would cast it out.
I'll tell you something right now.
It's only my living room. Got to be something in the light fixture.
My kitchen after 9:00.
What'd you say? You cut out.
Oh, I will have videos from 9:00 p.m. until I wake up. And then a damn speck of dust, nothing, no sounds, no nothing. But it will sit there and...
Yeah.
They use a K2 meter.
Yeah, they use a K2 meter. If anything, any piece of equipment today. I mean, radios set off REM pods.
Go back to the dowsing rods.
What? What do you mean the dowsing rods?
Right, you ready?
I hate cat balls.
Oh God, here we go. All right.
They're a waste of money if you ask me. That and you get them, they don't even work. Oh, we lost Tara. I guess her laptop must have died or something. All right, well, it's an hour and 26, and I have to say mass. So before I go tomorrow. I use my ears to hear spirits, and I can see them. I can feel them, but I can't see them. But I don't pretend or anything like that. So, but on that note, television doesn't valley from Jesus. Not sure what you're saying there. But anyway, So that's tonight's show. Tara, I don't know what happened to Tara. Her computer must have died, her phone must have died, or whatever she's using. Tara, plug it in. But whatever. So there you have it. Watch this video for assessing for demonic cases. I mean, it's we're not just going to come out and give you an exorcism just because you say that you're possessed. Just because you say, I sometimes hear it too, but just because you think you're possessed, I'm not. No exorcist will. I don't care if you're if you're in the Roman Catholic Church, the Episcopal Church, the Order of Exorcists, whatever. They're not going to come out and just give you an exorcism. So think twice, and don't get pissed off when we tell you this, because it's not our fault. So, So I'm going to give you my blessing, and we'll see you next week. In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. May God bless you and keep you in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Good night, everybody.